Hello there.
All right, we got more news from the upcoming Obi-Wan Kenobi series. And it comes from director Deborah Chow when she says that Darth Vader won't be quite as fully formed as the Vader in A New Hope. I'm a little confused on what that means. You probably are too. So we're going to be inbounded into the comics and we're going to check this article out. Alongside making radical changes to Obi-Wan Kenobi, which we know is coming in the series, it also appears that Lucasfilm will be making changes to Darth Vader as well. Of course they would. In a recent interview with Entertainment Weekly, Obi-Wan Kenobi director Deborah Chow discussed Darth Vader, revealing the character won't quite be as fully formed as the Vader we were introduced to in the original Star Wars. However, before she provided some brief details about how Vader will appear in the show, she discussed why she decided to include the character in the series in the first place. Yes, he shouldn't be in the series. Let me hear your explanation. Chow stated, honestly, for me, the starting place was that I really wanted to do something that was character-based, character-driven, because it is the benefit of a limited series is that you have more time to sort of tell a character story. Yes, but you don't get it. The character story should be Obi-Wan. It should be a man struggling with his failures and struggling with his internal pain. This man should be ripped apart and he's having to put himself slowly back together after year after year after year because he feels he failed as a master, failed as a Jedi, failed as a friend, failed as a brother, failed as a father figure. This man failed. The series should be about him trying to, make penance for that by looking over Luke, by preparing himself to train Luke. She continues, she said, and so for me, the starting place of a character is, just start and you look at who has been important to him in his life. And it's quite hard to avoid Anakin Vader in that scenario, especially coming out of Revenge of the Sith, she continued. She concluded, so really it came out to an evolution of the character for me. It wasn't just sort of bring him back. It was really like, who means something and where are we at this point in the timeline with Vader? Chow previously explained why she was including Vader in the teaser promo for the series on Disney Plus, saying, we couldn't tell the story of Obi-Wan Kenobi without addressing Anakin or Vader. Yes, you absolutely could have. You could have not even touched Darth Vader because them reconnecting and fighting again in this series is absolutely bastardization of A New Hope. It absolutely shits on everything. Lucasfilm president, oh God, the wonderful Kathleen Kennedy, also told Entertainment Weekly earlier this month that the decision to include Vader in the series was talked about constantly. Of course it was. She explained the debate around whether we should do that or not carried on for quite some time. Everybody within our creative team has strong opinions, and all of our fans have strong opinions. So when you realize that you're under that level of scrutiny, certainly a point like that is going to be scrutinized at a very high level. We talked about it constantly, Kennedy added. That is a hell of a thing for Kathleen fucking Kennedy to say. That she is taking consideration from to the fans? When the fuck did you start caring about that? When you lost half your fan base? When you wanted to interject identity politics into fucking Star Wars? It is a hell of a thing for something like that to come out of Kathleen Kennedy's mouth, that she tries to act like they give a shit about the fans' opinions. They don't. They want to tell their story, and they don't give a damn what you think about it. Aside from explaining her decision to include Darth Vader in the series, Chow also provided some brief details about Vader for the show. She was asked by Entertainment Weekly, what kind of Vader will we see on the show? We only saw him for a few very quick scenes at the end of Revenge of the Sith in that armor, so where does he pick up 10 years later? She answered, for us, it's very similar to Obi-Wan in the sense that he's been in between these two trilogies, so he isn't the New Hope Vader quite yet, you know what I mean? So we are, with the character, sort of a middle of this period. It is still Vader, but it's Vader that isn't quite fully formed as a New Hope. I don't know what that means. Because like this reads, that's not a lot of information here, and I don't really know what she means when she says he isn't a New Hope Vader quite yet. To add on to that, she's also unclear when she says he isn't quite as fully formed as a New Hope. Remember, this show is taking place a decade after the events of Revenge of the Sith and the original Star Wars trilogy, or A New Hope takes place 9 years after the events that the Obi-Wan series is going to take place. I would think a decade serving under the Emperor would make you pretty formed as a Sith Lord. I mean, you can. I'm gonna paraphrase all of this right now. When Anakin decided to turn to the dark side, he marched into Sidious's Palpatine, whatever you want to call him, walked into Palpatine's office, lopped off Mace Windu's arm, and Palpatine blew him out the window. Anakin made his decision. He made his decision saying, I'm going to do anything I can for Padme. I will even turn to the dark side to save her. Palpatine gives him a new name and a new mantra. You serve the dark side. You're my apprentice, and you're now Darth Vader. And Anakin says right here, thank you, my master. Sidious's first task for Vader is to eliminate all the Jedi in the Jedi Temple, including murdering of younglings. He then instructs him to go to Mustafar and kill Viceroy Gunray and the rest of the Separatist leader. Vader performs both tasks flawlessly, brutally murdering the younglings and then ferociously executing Gunray and the Separatist. He would be defeated by Obi-Wan Kenobi, but his seemingly turn to the dark side was complete when he shouted out his hate for Kenobi as he lay there burning on the ground in Mustafar. Vader would then be rescued by Palpatine, surgically operated on, eventually donning the iconic black suit that Star Wars fans know so well. If there's any doubt that his turn to the dark side was not complete at this point, he was informed of Padme's death, but told that it was he that killed her. His rage is uncontrollable, even blasting the Emperor across the room. The last scene with Vader and Sidious shows the two on board the Imperial Star Destroyer overseeing the construction of the first Death Star. So at this point, like, he is Darth Vader. Anakin is gone. He's destroyed Anakin. Him killing Padme was it. He blames himself for her death, and he has destroyed Anakin Skywalker. So we think at this point. It is straight Darth Vader. He's straight Sith Lord. How is he not fully formed? I don't fucking know. I don't think they know either. Continuing on, that seems to indicate a fully formed Darth Vader to me. Albeit Marvel Comics has created a number of stories that take place directly following the events of Revenge of the Sith to depict him obtaining his iconic red lightsaber. It would also show his exploits as he commanded the Inquisitors to hunt down Jedi who were able to avoid Order 66. In fact, in one storyline, he also attacks and kills his own Inquisitors that were forming a relationship with each other. This series would also foreshadow Vader's own desires that are contrary to the Emperor, which ultimately culminates in his own desire to rule the galaxy himself with his son at his side, as he expresses in The Empire Strikes Back. The series shows Vader is ruthless, efficient, and deadly. He above all, he accomplishes whatever mission he is assigned and usually leaves a massive body count in his wake. All of this is supposed to happen before the time of the Kenobi series. So what do you make of Chow's comments, Darth Vader not being fully formed for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series? I think it's bullshit. I think they don't understand these characters. I think they're absolutely going to butcher Darth Vader. I think they're going to make him weak. I think they're going to make him, oh, he's still good. He's still good. No, his son realizes he's still good. This is the second most evil dude in the galaxy at this point. This is the second baddest man in the galaxy. He is evil. There's only one person that can turn this dude back to the light, and that is his child, his son. That is it. They don't understand this story. Darth Vader is evil. He's evil. He doesn't give a damn who he takes out. He doesn't give a damn who gets in his way. He's going to get the job done. There's one person that changed his mind, and it took his son to the brink of death. The Emperor was killing Luke before Vader finally snapped back to it. Before Anakin finally came back. His son was on the brink of death. They don't get this story. Disney will never understand Star Wars. They're using it, and I made a video yesterday. They're using the Star Wars name to tell their own story. They don't care about the lore. They don't care about the past content. They just want to tell their own story. It's just a brand to them. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll talk to you later.